little dizzy there. Yo, welcome back. Well, welcome to a new series of LS swapping a 66 short bed C10. There you go. So I wasn't gonna bring y'all in yet until, because I've tearing this down, pressure washing it, change gaskets, paint it. I was gonna wait until I got to the painting it part, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what we're starting with. So we got what is supposed to be just a Gen 3 5.3. She's pretty. She's caked up. She's thick. And I've been dealing with this knock sensor. I dug all this out, and I'm having issues getting to the actual. Oh, hold on, can you see in there? Getting a socket on the end of the knock sensor. So what we're gonna have to do is unbolt these 10mm bolts. Are they 3/8? I think they're 3/8. Yeah, I think they're 3/8. And then we're gonna have to pry the valley cover up over the knock sensor. So that should be fun. But I'm going to get the vacuum back out, vacuum that up, and then I will put my lift plate on there, jack it up, take off the rest of the harness. We're going to replace front cover gasket. I'm going to replace rear main seal, valve cover gaskets, oil pan gasket, all the gaskets basically. So I got to take the crank pulley off and blah 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 blah. But let me speed y'all up through all this. And oh no, let me show you real quick. So 99 to 02 is typically always drive-by cable, and you know it's a 99 to 02, or yeah, 99 to 02, because they'll typically have EGR, which this is your EGR setup, and then a line like this runs. Oh, it's right here in my face. Snakes like this, and that goes into the side of the intake right there. And now check this out. This is an early drive-by wire, early 99 to 02 drive-by wire, which is not common. I think these came in some Tahoes and some Suburbans, but it's drive-by wire, but it has a TPS sensor on this side. Your 03 and up, it's all built in to the throttle body. So this is a pretty rare setup. Not really worth anything, but just rare to have and see. Probably won't be using this intake at all because they cut the lines off. Now, I could just swap fuel rail, which that might be what I do. I have plenty of truck fuel rails, so we'll just see. But yeah, so I was just gonna kind of get y'all to bring y'all in when I was ready to paint it and stuff, because I'm gonna paint this a very different color than what I'd usually paint it. Based off of what the customer told me, you know, his likes, and he made this really easy for me. And he just said, he brought it to me and he said, just do what you do. Just whatever you do. You do you. He said he likes what I do, so he just said, show me. So I'm gonna show him. I think he's gonna like the color I'm gonna paint it. But we'll get into that. So let me do all this with that, and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, had a little fight with that knock sensor. Oh, hold on, I'll try it. So I couldn't get a socket on it because it completely eroded away the sides of the top of the knock sensor where you'd put a socket. So had to get vice grips, and Daddy had to go to work, and I got it out. But it looks pretty good under here. Whoa, that's great. Just step on your impact. It's not like you use it every day. Okay, all right, anyways. So the cam looks pretty good down there. It's got your typical wear. No, I mean, I haven't turned the engine over, but it looks pretty good so far. Just really gotta clean it up. Okay, now I gotta do all this, and then I'll bring y'all back. Okay, so it is the next day-ish. Actually, it's a day after, no, it's 2 days after what you just saw, and 3 days after I started this video. So yeah, did a lot of cleaning, lots and lots of cleaning, you know. Oh, hold on. So really got her cleaned up, get her ready for some paint. Now, you are not going to get this perfectly cleaned. You got a bunch of little stuff. I came in here with the wire wheel and stuff. Did the absolute best I could, but I promise you, what I do with it, you'll never know. It still has some dirtiness to it. So don't freak out. Don't expect perfect. If you want perfect, completely take this bad boy apart, send it to the machine shop, get it, all the goodies done to it, and then have it brought back to you, or go pick it up where it's all nice and pretty and shiny. Next, I'm doing the oil pan gasket, and what I wanted to mention to you guys was using RTV on the oil pan. Now, technically, with oil pan or with LS gaskets, you don't need to use RTV, but people learned a long time ago that you kind of do. So you want to put RTV on the corner here, on all the corners. I double it up, so I'll put RTV on the corners. I'll put a little line on the back right here, not the one you snort, but the one that keeps oil from going where it's not supposed to. And then I'll put the gasket on, and then I'll hit the corners again, and then I'll bolt it up. And I do not torque these bolts. Well, I take that back. I do torque them with the mini earthquake machine. And good enough. Ask me how I know. I did put the a new rear main cover and seal on. It's kind of makes more sense to just do the whole cover, because you can get these from Dorman. I get them from O'Reilly's Dorman brand. It comes with the gasket and the rear main already installed, and then it has this nice pretty cover that's brand new that you'll just get dirty with your hands, and then it'll you won't see it because the transmission will be bolted up, and yeah, it'll be all pretty, but nobody will see it, but you'll know. Then you're gonna be like, well, you're supposed to put those rear covers on and the rear main seal on with a special tool. Did you not see the special tool I used? Letitia, the diversity hire. That's my special tool. But to each their own. If you want to use the tool, go ahead, use the tool. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm just going to tell you that I don't. That's all. So put a rear main seal cover on at your own risk. If it goes bad, don't blame Krusty. Unless you use Letitia, then blame Letitia. Yes. I'm going to get sent to HR for that one. And so we're going to do this. Bam, bolt it back on. This will be done. Oh no, dang it. I gotta take that one out. I gotta take that one out. And then I gotta do the good old weld on 8 trillion nuts and get that one out. But that's it. Dang it, I forgot about that. That's gonna set me back. And then we're going to do the transmission. I'm gonna replace the filter and the gasket on the transmission. Get that ready to bolt on. Torque converter is right there. Throw some fluid in that bad boy, slap it in. Marry these after it's painted and the bolts are out. The broken bolts are out. And then we will be done. And then we will move on to finally installing this, because I'm so far behind on this just due to things that have happened in life recently. So I really got to get moving on this, because it should have been running well over a month ago now. But okay, let me put the oil pan on. Do the broken bolts, transmission, da-da-dee, da-da-da. Send y'all to the next one. Or yeah, okay, I'm just blabbering. Let me get to this. Okay, it is the next day. Surprise, surprise. Got that one out, got that one out, got that one out, and it only took forever. So there's the aftermath. There's got to be more somewhere else because I swear I used way more than that. But yeah, that took like 2 hours. It was ridiculous. But yeah, here we are. We are ready to paint. It is time to paint, and then I'm going to do the filter, gasket, take off a bunch of stuff that doesn't need on it, put the torque converter back in it, and get her ready to go. But I'm gonna let this dry and stuff overnight before I do any of that. The oil pan, I'm not too worried about, getting it all nice and pretty just yet. I'm just gonna hit it with something because it's gonna get when we're going in there with the angle of the dangle and trying to do all this stuff, trying to get it on there, I'm sure it's gonna get scuffed up and stuff. That's another reason why I won't be painting the valve covers until after the engine and transmission are installed, because these will just most likely get scuffed up from my experience. So we're just really worried about front, block, and slightly the oil pan. So I'm going to bring y'all back. What color do y'all think I'm going with? What do you think? Well, you're about to find out, so I'll bring you right back. Dale. Look at this guy. Sleeping on the job, like usual. Yeah. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, it's painted. Oh, you thought I was doing black, didn't you? I did black, but I didn't keep it black. So what'd I do? Oh, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Keep them closed. Keep them closed. Ain't nobody to fizz me after so fresh and so clean. Oh, it's not. On my end, the video's not getting light enough to really see the color. And I have the lights on, so. There we go. It's a bronze. It's, yeah, like a goldish bronze. Well, I'd say it's bronze. There we go. So, yeah, the customer showed me a car that he thought was very nice, and it was this color, or pretty damn close. So I went with black as like a base coat, crinkle or wrinkle black. It's over there. Yeah, wrinkle black, to give it texture and to give it kind of a darker setting, because I didn't want it to be too bright just in case. And I think it came out well. The valve covers, like I said, I'm not going to do anything with those until after it's in the truck. I'll clean up the heads a little bit more. Most of this stuff you won't see anyways once the headers are mounted. And then all this you won't see when the accessory stuff is mounted. I am not going to paint the accessory bracket. I personally, this is as far as I go painting anything other than black, or maybe Chevy orange. Chevy orange looks good when you paint everything. Black looks good when you paint everything, but when you have kind of these more colors that stand out and you paint the factory alternator power steering pump bracket, it's just a funky shaped bracket, and it just with a lot of crevices, and it's just too much. You really want this to stand out, so you don't paint everything that color, if that makes sense. I even see people paint the alternators, so whatever makes you feel cool. But that is it. That is the engine is done and ready to go. All I got to do, which will be done by the next video, is just filter gasket on the transmission, join them in holy matrimony, and we will finally be starting the LS swap on the 66 C10. Figuring out the fuel system is going to be one thing. I think like a Chevy Blazer fuel tank or just a universal fuel tank and stuff, we'll figure it out because it's going to go under the bed. But I appreciate you watching. Shirts are available. Just go to the website. Appreciate y'all still being here. Yeah, so love you guys. I'll see y'all on the next one.